found Brian Chapman. Chappy, how are you? How are you enjoying the event so far?
I'm liking it a lot. The venue is pretty good. The hotel is really, really good. It's the best hotel we've been to in March.
Did you go in the sauna?
No, I haven't done the sauna
Massage?
yet. No, that place closes.
10,
Yeah,
I'm telling you now. Yeah.
Sorry, I should talk into this. It closes very late, and we got back pretty late every night, and we haven't been able to get in there. So.
Okay, I'd suggest the massage or the sauna. So just for the players when they want to relax. So you've got Mario helping out. So could you what's the difference between you and Mario? What's your different roles in the team?
Sure. Well, Mario is my coach, so he is responsible for winning me Dota, basically.
Okay.
He helps with drafting, analytics, stuff like that. Just how to win Dota. I am there to specifically make sure the guys have everything they need in order to win.
Such as, you're talking hardware or?
Hardware, accommodations, food, drink, peace of mind.
Who organises the matches and which tournaments they're going to play in?
I do all that. That's
a
a manager job, yeah.
And how did Mario sort of get into this role? Because I think he helped another team before.
He's been, just like he's been around the scene, the North American scene for years. He's been a competitive player in various games. And he started out with, it was a friendship kind of thing. So he knew some people who knew some people, and he just kind of got his foot in the door like that.
Okay, because that's kind of like a nice way to get into because he's really close to the team.
I
mean, anyone in the event, you can really see he's really involved in the team, and they sort of respect his opinion. How would you suggest someone else who'd like to do that kind of job? Is that easy to do? Could you just apply to teams?
Well, it didn't start that way with this team. He started, as you said, with a different team. It was Liquid, actually, from TI4. And that from there you can see the relationship with Bulba and Quakefa carries over to here. So that was pretty much his in, was Bulba and Quakefa, and he's basically just had to earn his way with the rest of the players.
Okay, and you've got a lot of big personalities in your team. Which one is the most difficult to manage? I'm going to say Pycat, but I guess I could be wrong.
You'd think Pycat is a huge personality, no doubt, but. Bulba is special. We call Bulba special.
Okay. He likes to tweet stuff. I've noticed this. He does the Dream League, D2 Dream League, this kind of thing. Is that something you like stamp down on, or do you like freedom of speech, let him do what he likes?
Well, no, there's definitely times where you have to tell them to not do anything stupid that will piss off people, yes.
So why is he special?
He's just special. He's just so special.
Okay.
I mean, that in my group, that special is actually like kind of an insult. Like we just call him special.
Okay, fair enough. Okay, what about Quakefa? I asked him to smile. I asked him to smile on the stage, and he said no, not until we win the series. After they won the first game. Is this like typical of him to be so serious when he's playing?
I think not usually. I mean. Maybe he was just trying to put on a little bit of a show for you guys. I don't really know.
He showed me, it's like, we won the series, and then his pose showed me his gun. So
right?
So...
Exactly.
He's quite a serious player. I mean, he's always very serious, like he's standing behind.
He's definitely a serious player, for sure.
Is that the person that keeps the team level, in terms of like...
Actually, believe it or not, I'd say that would be Sing Sing, who keeps the team.
Really?
Yeah, Sing Sing's probably the most...
Oh, wow.
The most serious of the team, and gets pissed off when people clown around too much.
Wow, you would not expect that.
No, you wouldn't, but that's how it is, yeah.
So he doesn't like that's like practicing or this kind of thing, like when you're sort of scrimming, or what kind of thing would make him really annoyed?
Being late.
Late.
Not taking things seriously, stuff like that. Yeah, I mean, he's very specific to, winning games and stuff. He's very serious about, when in the off time, he's all jokes and laughs, but yeah, he gets very down to business.
Wow, that's it. So business side of things, Team Tinker, I know sponsor is a secret, but what are you doing in terms of the business side of things? So you said Mario's in charge of winning. So what in terms of business, are you looking for sponsors, or what kind of things are you pursuing?
We are looking for sponsors. I can't really go into much detail. It's probably the only thing. We are talking to a sponsor, and I can say most of our guys are signed.
Okay.
Not all of them yet, so it's you'll probably find out relatively soon.
Some of our Twitter followers are interested to know if you can buy the T-shirts.
Yes, you can't. There's 35 of those in existence.
Oh. Would you be willing to open that up to like where people could buy it, maybe, or like maybe a giveaway or something? Because you don't have a Twitter, right? There's no Twitter for.
There's no Twitter for Tinker because we were never sure how long this Tinker thing was going to be our name, right?
Okay,
we never. But I should probably get on that.
Okay.
But as far as that goes, I'll have to talk to the supplier and talk to the team and see.
People want that stuff. They really. When they saw the T, I took some pictures. Like, I love those T-shirts. So that could be a possibility then.
We'll have to explore that possibility. Yeah.
Okay. Now there's a Manager X, I think it's called, a Manager Award at the D2. So would that be something you'd be interested in winning, or? Are you kind of interested in that kind of?
Well, yeah, I would be interested in winning it. I don't know if you know the prize for that.
I think it's a large ball.
Yeah, and I think it's also money.
It's also money.
Yes.
Okay, I didn't know. So are you quite interested in that kind of thing, or?
I'm interested in money.
Would you prefer it's the admins that decide like it is now, or would you like the public? I mean, do you think the public's in
I don't know if the public's in a position to really decide that.
Okay,
I mean,
so it's fine. What about
most people don't know what managers even do, so.
A long time ago in Warcraft 3, there was like a manager award, and they let all the managers of all the teams involved vote for who should win. Do you think that would be something that might be
Yeah,
suitable?
I mean, that seems like it would work. As long as you can't vote for yourself, because otherwise I would vote for myself, probably. I'm just kidding. But yeah, I mean, that makes sense.
Okay. What about Reddit? That's something you get involved in, like Dream League recently. Would you like to be like a big voice, or do you generally try to sort of keep back? So.
Really, generally I'd like to keep back, like you said. The whole Dream League thing is really a product of, as of right now, teams having no alternatives to, I guess, bad administration. I mean, there's no.
I think there's sort of a downtime, isn't it? Because like ESL1 finished, DTSL finished, and there's sort of a break, and then Dream League got that slot.
I don't know about a slot. I mean, they just kind of pushed right in there. I mean, I'm pretty sure I went into pretty gory details. I mean, there was no slot really. They just announced their arrival probably 2 weeks prior, and everyone just kind of cleared
I remember,
way.
Yeah, you said something. You think that they should tell the teams 1 or 2 months before. I think it's something you said like along those lines.
Oh, sure, yeah, and most people do. And most people do that, and then that's a fine thing to do at that point. But that was just very, abrupt. But was not well received.
The Dream League was like kind of introduction. Is like I remember Milk, who's my boss. He's just saying that lots of teams are very vocal now about their dissatisfaction, and administration are fighting back. Don't you think it's getting a bit messy, or do these kind of things need to be made public?
I think they need to be made public.
Tweets.
I mean, there's no if it doesn't get improved, then I mean, the real problem here is that the prize pool is so large for Dream League, and the idea is so large as well. It's a really cool idea, and they just.
So it's just the execution, not the
execution. I mean, and they've changed hands. I mean, I'm sure there was an announcement. They changed administration. I don't know if you're aware of that.
Oh yes, one of the guys quit. And there was some drama surrounding.
No, well.
Oh, you mean the fact that Good Studio's managing?
Yes.
Okay,
particular. Yeah. So I mean.
But that might be a publicity stunt. We don't know that.
Well, no, it's not. I mean.
You think they're really going to manage?
I've already dealt with different people in regards to Dream League, and I can confidently say that it seems like it's going in a much better direction. But
so we could see like an improvement. People don't need to hate on Dream League. It was going to get better.
No, yeah. No, please don't hate on Dream League. No. I mean, I guess as far as saying that, it's like, I saw change has occurred, good change has happened. So it's like, I don't see. I mean, if you want to be honest, there was a whole lot more I could have said, and it just was completely unnecessary. I mean,
yeah, it was already a lot, to be fair.
Right. Yeah. I mean, there's a lot more I could have said, but I mean, it was just unnecessary at that point.
Okay, I've got one final question.
Mm-hmm.
There are a lot of tournaments going on at the same time. How are you deciding which tournament you're going to compete in?
Good question.
When I interviewed him, he said he was quite interested in something that's close. There's prize money involved, location, duration. Which are the things that teams looking for? How much do the players decide which tournament you play in?
All of the above that you just said are key things that we're looking out for. We're actually running into that right now. Actually, we might have to. I haven't brought it up to the guys yet, but we're probably going to have to figure out something to actually drop, unfortunately. But I mean, it's a good problem to have, really. I mean, to have too much stuff to do.
I think it's good for competition, because if you drop, then you've got one tournament. It's not all the same teams again. You've got Tinker plays in that tournament, and it's also gives chance for new teams. But so prize money, how important would that be?
Prize money it's definitely important. I mean, other things is like how long the land trip would be. Like, people don't like being away from home. Actually, Quakefa has school, so I think
that's more trouble for your team because they're all in different countries.
Yeah. Well, one American. The rest are in Europe. It's really just Quakefa that has school. Everybody else is pretty free to do whatever they want.
So the duration of the land. What about duration of the online stage?
That as well. I mean, you have to kind of do some math and see like, well, how many matches are we playing? How much time are we investing compared to the prize pool? And also, you've got something like the Summit where some teams may have, they probably didn't because it's such a cool event, may have been like, well, it's really hard to actually get to the money. It's really hard to get to the land portion. They only take one per region, and then they add one more. And it's like, well,
so it's a risk.
It is a risk. We're going to invest all this time and then not go. And that's definitely something that's so how easy it is to get to the land finals, basically.
So would you be, if there's a qualifier, is that something that makes you really less interested? For example, I think was it Dream League? There was a
qualifier for a qualifier.
Qualifiers, is that kind of thing that turns you off?
Yeah, I mean, if you have to, do a bunch of legwork to get where you feel you already deserve to be or something like that. Receive an invite or something. That can be a qualifier. That's usually not a deal breaker though. Something like that. Usually that's okay.
Okay, so generally it's mainly like how long away from home. That's probably the biggest deciding factor. Would you say?
And the location. I think you mentioned as well where the actual LAN is. That sometimes plays in a role as well.
Okay. Do you have any shout-outs? Anyone you'd like to thank?
100TB, our sponsor. I'd like to thank my players and Mario, and shout out to Rick.
Bonnie.
And Bonnie. Yeah. Bonnie. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you.